All right. Welcome to this module, and this is the LinkedIn Lead Generation Masterclass. And for this module, I said something special. I'm bringing in a super top line expert on the call today, right? So, you guys are on the live call right now. I need you guys to leave comments and let me know that you can hear us loud and clear, and you can see our screen very clearly. Okay. Um, on the on this module, the LinkedIn Lead Innovation Masterclass, I've got with me Joseph Ine. Joseph Ine is a super duper affiliate. He has been able to generate over over $20,000 in sales with
fifty
uh,
thousand dollars.
sorry, over $50,000 in sales with good expert affiliate network, Netflix, and his mentorship. He's been able to replicate his results over and over again. So many people, and I just told myself that it's going to be a genius idea to bring him on this module to come and share his great wealth of knowledge, everything he has put together, building this machine and empire with organic traffic with all of you. And one interesting thing that he's going to do for to a large part with a platform like LinkedIn. Right? And in the next few seconds, the next voice you're going to be hearing is going to be Joseph. And he's taking us through exactly you know how he put together the entire machine that is his LinkedIn lead generation engine. Alright? So Joseph, over to you now.
All right, thank you. I'm hoping that we can all hear me. Don't mind my camera, Jerry. I I would have preferred we use a better camera, but um my system's camera is not so sharp at the moment. So, but I believe we can all see me, right? Please, a minute, guys. Let me attend to something. Sorry about that, guys. I had someone request something, so I just like let me sort it out so that we'll have a seamless session tonight. So welcome. I know everyone here are affiliate marketers or you sell in the online marketing space, and you like to learn how to leverage on LinkedIn to create massive results, or in this case, traffic for your business. Now, a little brief about how it happened for me. I remember when I started affiliate marketing last year, February 2021. And so the only platform I was using then was Twitter and Facebook. So majority of my traffic came from Facebook then because that is where I have a primary base. I started as a complete nobody on social media. By the time I started last year, I think I had less than 1,000 followers on Twitter. And the way I got my followers on Twitter was through follow for follow, right? So I think I made my first 1,000 followers like that, follow for follow. Then so and then I was following his partner. So the way I would get traffic sometimes on Twitter is a case of maybe I share testimonial, I share results, and or a case of where I share a trade and I will get leads. But as time progressed, I realized that the competition was getting higher, and a lot of people were doing the same thing on Twitter. And you see, in this marketing game, You always want to look for your unique selling point. What can you bring differently? It's not about, I've seen people who say stuff like, I don't want to do affiliate marketing because people are already doing it. I want to do what people are not doing. You don't have to do what people are not doing. You just have to do what people are doing differently. You just have to solve old problems using new methods or new ways or ways that are unique to you. So I was like, how do I generate more traffic? And then I looked at LinkedIn. Then LinkedIn used to be a place where I just I opened LinkedIn when I was looking for a job then before I started affiliate marketing. So by the time I started understanding the concept of audience research and all that, and I asked myself one day, and I'm like, who are the kind of people on LinkedIn? And it starts from there because I'm already teaching guys, all right, but I'm using my story so that it can sell better and minister to you better. So I asked myself, who are my people? Who are my target audience? And that's the first thing you need to know in any marketing at all, whether you're running paid ad, Twitter, or even TikTok. Who are your target audience? Who are you trying to sell to? So see, if you do not understand your audience, everything I'm going to say after now is rubbish to you. You will not make sense out of it because when you don't understand your audience, you will be shooting blank. What I mean shoot blank is you will be putting content that nobody wants to see. Do you understand? You will be putting content that does not make sense, contents that are not relatable. So it starts with understanding who is your audience, who are you trying to reach out to. So when I checked out, I saw that I was selling 72 IG then, right? On those days, there was no Amazon KDP. I was not interested in selling relocation to people, maybe Canada immigration course. I was interested in selling the same idea that helped me make my first million. As at this time, I already made a lot of money. I've made my first million already. I started taking LinkedIn seriously July last year. And as of July last year, was my LinkedIn profile had just 500 followers, 500 plus followers. That's what we had. All right. And let me even tell you how I grew my followers count to 500. Now, remember, the first thing is to understand your audience. Who are you trying to talk to? And if you sell an information product like Amazon KDP, 72 IG, freelancing, you are basically selling something that helps people make money online. One, you are selling something that can literally help people avoid getting a 9 to 5 job or retire from their job. You are also selling something that can help people who do not have jobs to do well, make money, have a good life without needing a job. Now, this is not to rubbish 9 to 5 and say nine, no, no, right? The point is whether you have a job, you don't have a job, you need this. And I realized that these are the kind of people on LinkedIn. See, anybody can open TikTok because they saw a skit. And somebody danced or it was funny and so they opened TikTok for entertainment, Instagram entertainment, Facebook gist, Twitter bants gist, but nobody opens LinkedIn for any of the above, and this is why you should take LinkedIn seriously. The people, if anybody takes their phone and goes to linkedin.com and create a profile, is most likely an aware audience who knows that LinkedIn is a place full of opportunities. And so the point is the people you have on LinkedIn are usually educated people. Because to be on LinkedIn, you have to either be a graduate who is looking for a job, and so you sign up. So they are graduates, or you are an undergraduate who was informed in one seminar somewhere that it is good to be on LinkedIn. But you will seldom see illiterates on LinkedIn because they have no business here. LinkedIn is not a place for skits or bants. So nobody signs up on this platform for any of the above. And that is why you should take LinkedIn seriously. Because you are coming to a platform where people are serious, people are intentional about their growth. people where people are intentional about their brand. Guys, give me a minute. Let me fix the power of this system before it goes off. All right, just less than a minute, and I'll be back.
All right, in the meantime, this is the kind of class that you want to take notes, right? Notes is break down all the things that you need to do in order to grow exponentially on Twitter, so that once you know sign up here, you have actually insights to just plug into your LinkedIn your LinkedIn timeline and start to get bigger engagement. Right.
All right, thank you for that, Ogenechuka. I celebrate you. So, like I said, these are people on LinkedIn are in people who are intentional about their growth. The only place you have people who are that intentional about their growth, let's say, could be Twitter. Until COVID-19 lockdown period, a lot of people did not even take Twitter seriously. It was because NSAS started on Twitter, so all the updates. So Twitter got a lot of Facebook people into Twitter. But before then, Twitter was full more of professionals, personal brand, and of course, people who do bants, but Twitter is still that go-to place to connect with verified handles on social media, right? And so Twitter was the place I used to get quality leads before. When I mean quality leads, a quality lead is simply a person who is aware, product aware, meaning they are the kind of people you are looking for that can afford what you are looking for and can pay for what you are looking for. Because before you start selling, in audience analysis, let me just teach us a little about that. Audience analysis, you want to study who am I trying to sell to? Then, do they need or want what I'm trying to sell? Can they afford what I'm trying to sell? Can they afford to pay for it? So you are trying to target people who are interested in what you are selling and can pay for it. Very important, can pay for it. There are people who are interested but cannot pay. Those are not quote and unquote quality leads. A quality lead is they are interested and they understand the value to an extent, or there are people that understands value and can afford what you are trying to sell. And that is where LinkedIn comes in. LinkedIn is full of people who are interested. Some people will say the reason they cannot come on LinkedIn is because LinkedIn will oppress you. Some people even say LinkedIn is full of people who fake life. Well, I think that's a very lame way to banter a platform that you do not understand. They will say, because on LinkedIn, you will literally see someone with 5 awards, see someone with a first class in BSc, first class in MSc, got a scholarship. These are the kind of things you see on LinkedIn. That you will see a 16-year-old who is a millionaire. So, for example, even right now on my LinkedIn screen, this is Prosperity Olufemi, right? This guy is, I think, 18, right? He's not yet a student in university, but this guy is already making millions online. He's not even an affiliate marketer. Now, this picture is a picture of a recent event he organized. He's one of the people who organized a TEDx event, right? As you can see here, a TEDx event. Now, if you know what TEDx is a big brand, an internationally recognized brand, and a 10-year-old is pulling it, organize one of its kind in Africa, in Nigeria, in Lagos. So this is the kind of people you have on LinkedIn. People who are professionals, who are smart, right? The kind of posts you see here, you don't see anybody shaking bomb bomb, right? Right? You see people's stuff like dear job seekers, you are seeing stuff like there's nothing unique about your product. So you are literally seeing people in your niche, in your circle, people who are either freelancers, digital marketers, or something. The point is, if you are looking for quality leads, people you should sell to, your go-to place anytime, any day is LinkedIn. All right. But if you are selling clothes, maybe fashion stuff, it might not be LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, like I said, somebody called it Facebook for professionals. And I think I like that. Though the person used it as some form of bant, but I like it because when you understand how Facebook algorithm works, and then imagine a Facebook, because no offense, but if you run ads on Facebook, you know that Facebook is full of stupid people. All right, like I said, no offense. Facebook is full of stupid people, people who their head not correct, right? People who would say stuff like, if this thing is helping you, go and help your family. People would just say any small thing. There are people who just exist to say na scam, na scam, na scam. They don't come. But on LinkedIn, it's not like that. So imagine if a Facebook with people that have sense, a Facebook with people who are interested in what you have to say. Because, like I said, if anybody takes their phone, maybe you're even here, you're on LinkedIn. Anybody takes their phone to sign up on LinkedIn, they are signing up on LinkedIn because they are looking for opportunities. Take note of that. Opportunities. You know, one of the person, one of the persons I met on LinkedIn last year is by the name Prominent EK. Prominent EK is, those of you who know Prominent on Twitter. We met on LinkedIn actually. It was until she met me that she started even building her Twitter brand. But she was primarily active on LinkedIn then and Facebook. So she saw one of my posts and she came and said, I am interested in what you're saying, came to my DM, and that lady sold her only laptop just to make sure she buy this stuff. Later on, when I got to know about her story, she said she came on LinkedIn one day scrolling, because when you come on LinkedIn, people are looking for job offers, so like job opportunities. If you are looking for a job, LinkedIn is your place. If you let me even go to my screen, right? This is a place for jobs. As you can see, jobs. So these are jobs that you can apply for. Literally, a place to apply for and get jobs, right? They will even tell you the salary, the qualification. So it's not just the anyhow place. So she came looking for one of such opportunities, and she saw my post where I was talking about how I did not have a job, but I am making money today, and it caught her attention, right? And she signed up. And today she has made she made her first million within, I think, less than 2 months. All right. We met on LinkedIn. Another person is Anastasia Chikode. She was one of the students that followed me, that we went together to Dubai, right? And I met Dr. Anastasia on LinkedIn. So my point is, the best set of people I have met and the best performing set of people I have met who I have sold to without headache are on LinkedIn. Yes. So my point is, I just use this first 17 minutes, oh wow, to establish the fact that when you understand your type of audience, you would know that in one way or another, they are on LinkedIn. All right. So that's been established. Let's move on to, now we talked about understanding your audience, know who you are trying to sell to. The reason I took the first moment to explain this to you is that the bulk of all I'm going to be saying in this class, as you can see, I'm not using slides. This is not time for official slide. This is mafia mode. I want to show you exactly, literally carry your hand, say, see, I'm here, do them like this. Now, so I do them. Okay, so I'm not here trying to give you some slides, but please take notes, because everything I say, they are important for your growth. All right. So I've started with the fact that know your audience. I believe you would have already learned that somewhere in this seven-figure roadmap course. But if you have not, I am here to remind you that know your audience. Okay, define your audience. Your audience are the people who are most likely to look into what you are trying to sell and buy it. If you do not have that settled, you will come here and shoot blank. You will just be talking. You will be shalaye, right? You will, and you will be feeling like I am posting, but nobody's responding to me. All right, so that's one. So let's move on to the next part of my presentation today. So the next thing is, you want to focus on building a personal brand. Take note. For example, there are some people who use their company brand on Twitter. Maybe they are using a meme or using another person's picture. On LinkedIn, LinkedIn is literally like it's a community of people relating with people, or businesses relating with businesses. Most of the time, the kind of people you meet here are top executive. When you note how people like Tony Elumelu is very active on LinkedIn, Vusi Tembekwayo from South Africa, top executives are on LinkedIn, active on LinkedIn. They might not be active anywhere, maybe Twitter, but you see this LinkedIn, now here with their own base. So if you are hoping to connect with top executives, maybe you run a lead gen organization, especially Ogachuka, you have something like that coming up. So this is literally your place to source them out. Okay. Now that we've understood that our audience are um people who are driven by value, interested in value. Let's move on to the fact, like I said, create a personal brand, not a company brand. Like if you check my screen, you would see where I have this is my company brand, as it were. This is my group. Like when you say a Facebook page, good. This is my page on LinkedIn, and so far I have about 2,542 followers. This is my page on LinkedIn, but this is not where the real work is done. The real work is done on your profile, which is here. Okay, so the first thing I tried on explaining to you is um know your audience. One, build a personal brand to reach your audience. Two, then number three is know your why. Why are you on LinkedIn? Why are you trying to sell on LinkedIn? Why are you trying to do anything on LinkedIn? Now, the goal, like I asked our coach earlier, and he told me that the goal of this is how to use LinkedIn to boost your brand and, of course, get leads who will come and buy from you. All right. So let's head on into this. So I've talked about knowing your audience. I've talked about building your brand. So let's go on to building your personal brand, right? The first thing you want to do is you want to have an optimized profile. Optimize your profile on LinkedIn. Okay. So let's say you're just creating a profile on LinkedIn. You will see that you will notice a lot of these sessions that are blank. All right. I'll show you now. Your about. Your about contain what you are into. Now, me, when I came on LinkedIn, okay, let me, before I use myself, I want to use the people I learned from, the people I spied. Okay, let me use this Betty Irabo, we are connections. Now, who is Betty Irabo? So this could be you right now. You have created your account on LinkedIn, and this is someone that you don't know, your prospect possibly, checking your profile. And the question I'm asking is, who are you? Now, when we scroll down, the first thing we will check is your about. And you can see Betty Rabo is a founder, author, executive leader with extensive experience and accomplishment in publishing, entrepreneurship, yada, 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 yada. And you can see that she has been with Forbes Women. She has been with this. Your about is that short bio about yourself. This is the one chance, like your resume, like a CV, right? A cover letter. This is your cover letter. This is the place to this is your cover letter, basically, where you explain what you are about, what you are doing. All right. And then you want to put experience. Now, remember, you are building, though you are trying to sell to the audience, you want to look like the people you're trying to sell to. So you have a life. Most likely, maybe you have a degree, maybe BSc, MSc, SS3. No, voila. Come here, put it in your education. You see it in education. As you can see, this lady only put bachelor's from the University of Lagos, and that's it. She did not put MSc. She only has a bachelor. Right now, let's go back to my profile and let me use myself as a case study to explain to you. So in my about, this is what I put here. A typical young Nigerian graduate who struggled for 2 years after NYSC to secure a good paying job. After many failed attempts to secure blah, blah, blah. Go to Ine Joseph on LinkedIn and read my about if you're interested in all that. Okay. So I ended it to the call to action and say, I like to help out of job people do well without a job. As you can see here. And if this interests you, shoot me a message in my inbox or use any of my links to reach me on WhatsApp now. Okay. Now, it's your choice, but you want to have an about that gives someone a graphical representation of what you are about. The next thing you want to do is experience. If you worked anywhere before, this is your chance to put it. As you can see, I once worked as a records and administrative officer in an hospital, right? I once worked, okay, I'm clicking it wrong. I mistakenly clicked that. I once worked as a front desk officer, which is more of a fancy word for receptionist. I once worked as a receptionist, but front desk and administrative assistant, which is the packaged title of what I was doing then. Okay, and then education, as you can see, I have a bachelor's from the University of Benin, and that is all I have here. I did not put my SS3 and all that because on LinkedIn nobody send your SS3. We want to see if you have a bachelor or you studied in the polytechnic. And then the next thing you want to put is your license and certifications. If you do not have any license or certification, it is not compulsory. But if you are going to be taken seriously on a platform like LinkedIn, then you want to have something that someone could see and say, ah, this person is well versed. And if you have special certifications or trainings you've done, this is the place to put them. All right. Now, for myself, I got a lot of these licenses, as you can see from Coursera. All right, Coursera. There are a lot of free courses you can get from Coursera. There is also LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning, in case you don't know what LinkedIn Learning is, this is a chance to also introduce LinkedIn Learning to you. So the first certification I ever got was in 2019, issued April 2019. This is a digital marketing certification I got with Google, Grow with Africa. Those days it used to be called Digital Skills for Africa, right? Grow with Africa. Then I put my NYSC. Like I said, whatever you have, just put it back. So I put my NYSC. Then September 2020, I got this. These are free certifications. I studied customer service, and I also studied human resources management. I studied two human resources management and customer service care because I was hoping to get a job with those things, sha, but it not pay. This was 2020, as you can see, and I finished the second human resources ending February 2021. Coincidentally, the same time when I started affiliate marketing. I started affiliate marketing because I literally gave up on all this because I realized that nobody send your papa, like nobody wants paper. They want action. They want problem solvers. And so that's when I went into affiliate marketing. Then volunteering services. If you have volunteered before, maybe any volunteering service you have done, come and put it here. It is another thing to learn here from LinkedIn is that the professional world, these are the things they expect from you. They expect that you should, as a good citizen, should have volunteered for a good cause, maybe an NGO. So if you have a chance to volunteer for anything, be cool, volunteer, right? Because it helps to show people that you are a good person. There's something I learned about social media is that you can be Jesus Christ, but if you do not have paper to show for it, nobody send you. All right. So you want to have stuff to show. As you can see here, certifications, like I said, LinkedIn Learning. Okay, so this is what I mean by LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning. Okay, it's an e-learning platform like Udemy and Coursera. They have an app on Google Store and Apple, so you can download their app, LinkedIn Learning, and go get it. As you can see, I just searched it here, LinkedIn Learning. Okay, so I don't want to go more into LinkedIn Learning because that's not the purpose of this class. But if you want certifications, okay, go to LinkedIn Learning, and there are a lot of free courses there. Even on Coursera too, there are free courses there. Oh, I even forgot that the screen I'm sharing is not showing here. Let me see if I can share the tab. Let me get here. LinkedIn Learning. This is what I meant by LinkedIn Learning. All right. LinkedIn Learning. Go to your Play Store. You get it. Another place to also get certifications. As you can see, this is Coursera, right? These are places you can get certifications. These places here, Udemy, Coursera, they have certificates. Any of the certificates you have, add it to your profile, okay? So that's for that, about adding certifications to your profile. I did it, and I'm telling you, it would help make your profile look like, okay, this guy is happy, this guy know what's in the talk, okay? So let's go to our LinkedIn back. And don't mind me, it's my first time using this stuff, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. All right, so we're back here. So you want to have that volunteering, like I said, volunteer. If you don't have, you can skip it. Skills, right? Most of these skills you see here, those days when I started, I just wrote them down. But later on, as I got certifications, for every certifications you get, they will tell you these are the skills you will learn, especially from Coursera and LinkedIn Learning. If you use LinkedIn Learning, they will automatically update it on your bio. Anyway, sha, na so. And then recommendations. This one is good. If you have people you have worked with before and they are on LinkedIn, you can ask them to come and for a recommendation, and they will recommend it for you. If you have honors and award, use it. For me, I did not have them. This one is, as you can see, April 2022. It's not compulsory. Sha. Even this certification, as you can see, is June 2022. Recently here, it's not compulsory. But basically, the goal of all this is to have stuff that if anybody comes to your profile, they will have something to be engaged with, something to see. All right. So you want to use a good headshot of yourself. Now, if you are just starting on LinkedIn, I would not recommend that you use my kind of picture, the picture I'm using, which is more like a selfie. You want to use the type that I used for my Facebook, for my page on LinkedIn, which is this picture, this kind of picture, right? Let me see if I can zoom it. Okay. As you can see, this is a studio headshot that makes you look professional, look like better person. All right. Look like what you are trying to sell. If you're trying to sell a $3 million real estate, you can't be looking like a beggar. So if you're trying to tell people that, oh, you can teach them how to make money or teach them how to, whatever you want to teach, look like the people that teach things like that. All right. You can't say you are trying to teach people how to achieve certain results and you are looking like you have not eaten in 5 days or 5 years. All right. So you want to have that. So now I used this because this was after I went to Dubai. All these pictures are Dubai things. I used now your cover photo, of course, you could use if you have something like this, or maybe you had a public speaking engagement and stuff that just shows because your profile picture and your cover photo are your two first shots at telling people that I am worth listening to. Don't forget, guys, that in all your marketing effort, all you are trying to do in your marketing effort is to answer the question, which is, who are you and why should I listen to you? And how do I know you are not another one of those scammers? So your branding, your marketing, everything is to answer, who are you? Why should I listen to you? How am I sure you are not a scammer? So you are going to be answering for credibility, authority, and for what again? Integrity. Whatever you can, all the T you can put them. Now, the next thing you want to have is an header. How do you put a header or an header like this? You see this pen here. Even if you're using your phone, it would also show there, right? Just come here, as you can see, current position, a headline, right? So this is where you want to write that yada 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 in a word, whatever. So I used this, but I will show you what other people are using so that you can learn from both me and them. Okay, so I will show you some things and how to put them in your bio. When people search you, let me show you a profile of anybody so that we can use them, because now my own is admin. As you can see, let me not use Betty, but let me use someone I like a lot on LinkedIn that I study her ways like a CIA. Where is this person? Just give me a few minutes. Okay, Sabinus is not on LinkedIn. That's another person. Should I use Uche? Let me use a girl. I like this girl's profile because in a short while, oh, you see, even LinkedIn know I search on her a lot. I'll get here. Good. So as you can see, there are three things here. So when you come here, you can see that she has Okoye Chinelo, right? And on LinkedIn, this is something you can do.
Okoye Chinelo.
Voila. It's a chance to pronounce your name so that people will not spoil your name, especially if you have one of all those strong names. So it's a feature on LinkedIn that so they are that intentional about personal brand that they are like, we don't want people to spoil your name, so pronounce your name by yourself. All right. Now, another thing you can also add on LinkedIn is there's a short intro video like
I'm
this.
Okoye Chinelo, a product packaging designer and branding expert. I help your business stand out in a really noisy environment by offering product approaches that help you reach your business goals.
That's our own 30 seconds speech. Okay, it's also allowed on LinkedIn. Like sometimes I see how LinkedIn is amazing. I'm like, why Why are you not on LinkedIn? Because this place is like my still my number one go-to place. If you say keep one social media app and throw away the rest, you already know the one I will throw away. I will keep LinkedIn, of course, right? Because if you want to build an international kind of brand that can reach a lot of people for free, people without paying for it, LinkedIn is your place, right? So as you can see, this is a cover picture. A cover photo simply shows Okoye Chinelo, branding expert, and you can see at the back is she talking to a guy, more like she's consulting someone. So your cover photo, like I said, is a chance to shoot that impression you want people to have about you. And this is the kind of header you want to have. Please don't use my type of header. That my own is because I'm not so serious. Okay, this is the header. It says Okay Chinelo, product branding, packaging designer, branding expert, visual storyteller, brand consultant. I help businesses and brands get visibility and increase their revenue through cutting edge branding. Now, guys, a quick advice. You sure you see this branding kinikon that she put here? Nobody send your papa. Man, don't worry, just flow with me, guys. It's me just trying to bring humor into the class. But you see, this packaging designer, branding, truth is, except you are trying to help LinkedIn algorithm, because when people search for certain things on LinkedIn, if you have things like this in your profile, LinkedIn will bring it out. Why? Except that people don't care about labels, they care about, take note of this thing. What do you do? Who do you do it for? And what is the end results or the value people get from your work? So you like this, I help brands, I help businesses. That is what she does. And brands, right? So brands, these are the people she does it for, right? Get visibility and increase their revenue through cutting edge branding. This is exactly what people are concerned about. They don't care about visual storyteller because this one are label. Okay, so you want to have a short statement like this. So let's go back to my profile. Let's go back to my profile and let me show you what I used, right, for mine. So I said, in a world where many online opportunities are scams, here's one person you can trust to help you succeed online. Over 2,190 students trained from over 10 countries. Now, so the positioning I used on LinkedIn, this is not how I started though. But then when I started, I was using stuff like digital marketer, what again, business consultant. I help you make so and so, or I did stuff, right? I've changed. It's subject to change, so you can always change it. Change it. It doesn't have to be perfect now, but just have a basic intro about you in your header. Okay. As you can see, Bigate is here. Bigate is active on LinkedIn. Who they breathe? Who they? So this is another guy I like a lot. The first person I studied on when I came on LinkedIn is Emmanuel Onduka. Emmanuel Onduka is an undergraduate. He's still in the university, but currently, as you can see, this guy is a brand ambassador with Binance. He studies at Federal University of Technology, Owerri, and he has 128,000 followers on LinkedIn. What does this show you? It shows you don't have to have a job. You don't have to be anything. Just have a message. So please, guys, these are people, the people I have mentioned are people you should study on LinkedIn. Folks like Emmanuel Onduka, they would help, they study the kind of content they share. Okoye Chinelo, study him. You see this guy, Oche, follow him as well. Enioluwa Adeoluwa. You know, this guy, those of you that know Any is on Instagram as a wicked skit maker. I wish I can start sharing my screen to go to Instagram, show you what he's doing on Instagram, and show you what he's doing here. But there's something I love about this guy. This guy has 100,000 followers. Okay, not even up to 100, right? Now on Instagram, he has about 500,000 followers on Instagram. Last time I checked, I'm not sure. Okay, all right. But you see this guy on Instagram, all you are seeing is Washere. He's always doing food skit. He eats a lot, more like he positions himself like a foodie, a makeup artist, and all that. But on LinkedIn, he's an entirely different person. Now you can see his experiences, the people, the brands he has worked with. Just not just it didn't choke. Then let me show you something about his post so that you understand where I'm coming from about this guy. I like this guy a lot because he can be weird though, but that is his uniqueness. So it's not for me to not be judging him. I just love him, and that's the most important thing. If you think anything else about him, It's your thinking, it's not my thinking. Now, as you can see, he's a fine boy, and these are the kind of things he's putting here. I wish I can take you to his uh, Instagram. You'll see the kind of things he put there. Funny stuff. But over here, he is helping Noreals push their brand. Um, um, People are even okay. This is a little bio about him. From bagging a first class degree at age 19 to winning national prize. Blah. I beg, I don't have time. He puts one or two videos to help corporate people on how to dress. My point is study any, okay? Study any's content. Now, there's a reason I'm giving you this. These are the same things I did, okay? Like I said, this is a practical class to show you how to grow on LinkedIn in the long run, okay? You want to, it's called competition brand analysis. It is studying what your competition are doing. It does not have to be your competition, sha, but competition analysis is simply studying the people who are already doing what you are trying to do, people who are already achieving what you're trying to achieve. Study what they are doing and model. Remember, model, not copy. Copy is a very lame way because it shows a lack of creativity, and copy drives people away from you than the way they bring people to you. You want to model what other people are doing in your niche, okay? And these are the kind of people I studied, okay? Remember, I talked about knowing your audience. So your type of audience, they are the kind of people they like, they follow. Now, should I go into that part of commenting into any and how to gain visibility? Maybe we'll get to that later. Okay. The first thing I'm just trying to show you is studying your competition, know what they are doing, see how they are doing it, and then optimize your bio. Okay. Optimize your. Now we're still in the profile optimization part of this class. We've not gone into some other things. After we've done all this, the others are more of an easy stuff. So this place here, you click it and put all the necessary details you need to put and save. Click save, and that's it. If you've done this part already, you want to, there are some other things here. Now, this creator mode is what changes your count on social media from connections to followers. But I usually do not recommend doing that if you have less than 500 connections. I'm going to tell you how to get your first 500 followers or connections. All right. No, we don't have friends here. We have connections because LinkedIn is built as a platform to grow your network. They say your network is your net worth, that kind of thing. So that is what LinkedIn was built for. All right. So I've talked about I've talked about your experience, and these are the basic things you need. Point is, guy, babe, package. All right, package. Make sure you package well so that the people who you are trying to reach can notice you and follow you. If you do not look like it, if you do not look the part, nobody send you. Okay, so point is package. Let me summarize it with that. And everything you need, they are here. It's just if you are trying to maybe set up your profile, it's just a one day self, a day alone. Study these things I told you. Check what people are doing. Just model it. Put your own where you are saying they put their own, and you will have this optimization done in no time. Okay. It, all right. So let me check my notes because I still have plenty things to tell you. I just wanted to establish the most important part. And yeah, some will say the most important part. Yeah, so because if you do not have these things in place, the others would not fall in place. And this is Coach Kenny Wonkoye, as you can see. Okay, now let me show you what he did so that you could also learn from. So this is my G anytime, any day. As you can see,
Kenny Nwokwe.
yeah, you can pronounce your name. Now you see what he did here. He used a conference he was speaking at. Remember, this is your place. If you have anything to build authority with, you want to build authority, please, this is the place for you. All right. Now, online entrepreneur, clear. 128,000 plus in digital course sales, 8-figure super affiliate, online business coach and mentor, transformational speaker. Now, if you check something here that some of you might not notice, you will see that he has talks about organic traffic, sales and marketing, transformation journey, and affiliate marketing tips. So your profile should tell people what to expect about you. Remember, I told you guys how that things are changing, and you want to explain, you want to have something that tells people what to expect from you. Now, before I leave this part of the class, I want to show you someone I love a lot, and this guy. So I cannot live without showing you a couple of things here. So look at what Emmanuel Duka said. He said, look at his cover photo: inspirational leader, brand influencer, chemical engineer in view. This guy na student too. He never even graduates. And you can see here to inspire, not impress. Chemical engineering student, storyteller, brand influencer. I give your brand the visibility it needs. So if anybody is looking now, this was not what he said 3 months ago, Seth. But after he's got 100,000 followers, come on. Who do you want to talk about your brand if not someone like this? He has moved to monetizing his profile, right? So and as you can see, 128,000 followers, 500 connections. And this is when Tony Lumelu, this guy made a post last year. This post trended, right? He made this post. Let me even open it because I know he used the picture a lot, so I'm not sure. 1 year ago, okay? So he did this post. And from this post, tagging, as you can see, this is Tony Lumelu. He tagged him. Tony Lumelu called this guy to his office and gave this guy free mentorship. The day you see someone win something like this on Twitter, let me know. This is a place to give you the visibility you need, not just because you want to sell a product or service. That is secondary. That is why, if you notice, I'm telling you the primary things you need, because if you do these things I'm telling you, guy, you're not only going to get qualified leads for your business, you will be shocked the kind of opportunities you will meet. I don't know if I can show you my DM on LinkedIn. I literally turned down offers. As you can see, this is a white lady here. Hi, Ine, how are you? I got your, I've not even read this a message because I get a lot of messages. As you can see, this is a guy from India, right? This is a lady from one country like that. I get a lot of foreigners in my DM all the time. To the essence, say, they link me again to open because some of them are asking for brand partnership and all that I am not ready for yet. I'm focused on building something that is still not yet never done. So if I accept them now, I would only lose more than I'm gaining because I would only be trying to get something that I cannot handle yet. So I'm honest enough to myself to say I'm not ready for you guys because I'm not qualified yet. They may think I have it because I have a brand, I have the audience, but nah. So he did this post, Tony Lumelu. As you can see, this is him with D Tony Lumelu, because of what he did on LinkedIn. So I beg, even if you not like LinkedIn, the fact that you can shoot a shot at top industry experts and they would recognize you and call for you is something to look into. You can have 100,000 followers on Twitter and still be a nobody, but you can't have that many followers, 10,000, 20,000 on LinkedIn. Because Tonemelu has called this guy when he was still at 30,000 followers. I know because I was around 2,000 followers then last year, right? Even less. So it was after Tonemelu had the guy story cast before he come to get 50,000 followers. So don't say it's because he has 100,000 followers. 10,000, 20,000 followers alone on social media. If 5, those guys don't look at follower counts. They look at what you bring to the table and how much people are engaging with you. Tonemelu called this guy, gave him accepted him into his entrepreneurs blah 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 mentorship program, which he is doing for youngsters. Called Mr. Tony, Mr. Tony or Dr. Tony or whatever you is trying to raise young folks who would also be, which will also give credibility to his brand. All right. And another person I want you to also study is Uche. Uche is another person I admire a lot. He has 98,000 followers on LinkedIn. As the last time I met him and Emmanuel Nduka were around the same follower count. Okay. And this guy, as you can see, is a content writer. And look at what he says. He's a content writer, and this is the one person you should listen to and study a lot because he knows content and how to position. So as you can see, content marketing trainer. I train entrepreneurs to create content that positions them to attract clients and build a global brand. This is exactly what I was trying to tell you guys about. Your header should be your elevation pitch. Okay? your elevation pitch. This is not the time to start telling us you are a sales coach, digital business. Nobody sends label. They want actual value you bring to the table, and that is what your header is supposed to help you achieve. Now, this guy from LinkedIn has gotten brand endorsement deals for one second app like that he is helping them to sell their offers. Okay, so as you can see, what this guy is doing here is what is what he's talking about, and this is about, okay, so let's see, it's about, as you can see, okay, experience, education, skills, recommendations, as you can see, right? So he doesn't even have much of certifications like I have, so you see it's not compulsory, yet he's a top flyer on LinkedIn. Another person that I can't afford to not talk about is Favor Lucy Aya. She's also on LinkedIn. She created a course recently on Espatnia on how to monetize LinkedIn. This girl is currently 18 years old. The last time I checked, or maybe she don't enter 19, but she's 18. As you can see, she says, I empower you to start your LinkedIn company. I can help your brand hit the sweet spot of your target audience with the perfect words. I can make you a LinkedIn superstar in just 90 days. Send a DM to know more. So in case maybe you have not bought our course on Espatnia, I personally endorse our course and say, if you can afford it, buy it. I'm sure she's going to teach you stuff. Now, she did not pay me, and there's no affiliate commission to this. I'm just telling you because I believe it could help you as well. Now, this lady also got Tony Elumelu's endorsement last year using the same approach Emmanuel Duka did, but our own was more of I have a vision, kind of something. She pitched to Tony Elumelu, and she was called up and was given endorsement as well. So you want to come here, study what this 18-year-old girl is doing. Amazing stuff. LinkedIn is that place that I would always recommend for you because it will force you to level up. When you see children, they do things, you will be like, oh, more, where are the door? All right. No other platform challenges you as much as LinkedIn will challenge you. If you're not even sure for you, you feel get depression. I mean, you literally feel like you're one of the worst person on earth because you start seeing young folks doing big things. All right. So study these guys, model their profile, and get onto action. So next thing we're going to do is talk about the LinkedIn algorithm, understanding the LinkedIn algorithm. Now, I have talked about optimizing your profile, studying your competition, know what they are doing so that you can model it. I've talked about understanding your audience as well. Now, let us understand the algorithm. What is algorithm? Algorithm is a fancy word to explain. It simply means, it simply explains how things work, the order at which things work. Okay, so Facebook has algorithm, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, every social media platform, every website, every system have what we call an algorithm. An algorithm is how things work here. Okay, so when you know how things work here, you can align with it because the algorithm is your friend. There's YouTube algorithm. So let's know how do we understand the LinkedIn algorithm? Now, when you come on LinkedIn and post something, the moment you click the post button, okay, after algorithm, we'll go on to post, okay? We'll go on to the content that you can create. Now, the moment you post something, LinkedIn studies that your content for the first 1 hour to check if anyone would be interested in it. Now, if your content in the next 1 hour does not get engagement, that post is on its own. But if people are interested in it and liking it, the algorithm pushes it so that more people can see it. Okay, don't worry, guys. I will explain. But if nobody interacts with your post, like I said, that post is on its own. Okay, so if you want your post or to get engagement, this is a checklist you should have. Number one, the post should make sense, right? It should be a relatable content that your audience can relate with. I will explain all that later when we go into the content writing stuff. Number two, it should have a picture. Now, take note. This is a picture that Bill Gates posted about whatever he wants to say, but he's using a picture. So I want to show you something about LinkedIn. Unlike maybe Twitter that you don't need picture, Instagram when you need videos, LinkedIn works best with pictures. And when I say picture, I mean your best shot, not calo pictures. Okay, so this is Big Gates post with a picture, an ad with a picture, 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 video. Seldom use videos, but it works. They are trying to also push videos lately. Pictures, as you can see, the kind of pictures we have here, sharp looking, fine pictures. And I'll tell you some things. Take note of this post by Paul Ogo. Check the engagement, 19. Take note of this one. Check the engagement, 84. Take note of this. Check the engagement, 138. How many hours ago? 14 hours ago. Okay. Just go. I want to show you guys something. 107. This is how to study what the algorithm likes so that you can align with it. Okoye always gets good engagement. This is 12 hours. It means this, okay, it's not her post. Somebody posted it for her. Um, you see this post? You see this picture 4 hours ago, 140. As you can see the comments, 104. So you can see that. So let's see what this lady said. And this is something you guys can learn. If I were to start afresh on LinkedIn, this is what I would do. Number one, I will take 2 or 3 weeks to, number one, engage with other creators. Guys, like, could this have been a mistake? No. So let me read this for you. Engage with other creators' content by reacting to it and leaving a well-reasonable comment every single day. Maybe me and this lady will plan this because I plan on teaching you guys this stuff. But since we're here, let me just teach you using this and stuff. There's a reason I'm showing you guys this. Now we're talking about how to have content that people can relate to. Okay, so it says reacting, leaving a well, no, not thanks for sharing, well said, nice post, great share. No, leave a reasonable comment. Number two, send connection requests to accounts I engage with. All right, send personalized invites to accounts I admire and intend to learn from. Let me show you what it means by personalized invite. So this lady sends me an invite that I accepted already. Hello, Ine. I saw that we are both into digital marketing, so I thought to comment. So this is personal, all right? It's a personalized invite. That's what they mean by personalized invite. You're welcome. Okay, so send connection requests to people, build more relationships with other creators in the DM. I did it too. Maybe you connect with people and they have said, oh, thanks for connecting, this and that. So just a short pitch about yourself. Following creators that inspire you in your space, in your niche. Optimize your profile, which we've talked about. Observe the way people craft their about session, which I've already talked about. Invest in yourself. You don't want to figure out everything on your own on LinkedIn. So you will invest in courses, training other people that have achieved results. It's normal. Buy a course, all right? I do not have a course yet. I would have recommended it, but you can buy a good course around there. Maybe Favor's course or any other course. Except you want a one-on-one coaching for LinkedIn, then maybe we can talk about that one, but not now, Jerry. So to make it easier for people to engage with your content when you start finally pushing out content because you have built a relationship with them. Kindly follow, blah, 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 whatever. Now, she did not finish this content well to my best satisfaction, but she tried. If this is your first time seeing my content, kindly follow. This is her handle. Do you need help writing your LinkedIn profile and LinkedIn content? Send a DM. So she's shooting. You can see this is a call to action. So let me even teach you guys since we are here, right? So the first thing she did is she used a hook. If I were to start afresh on LinkedIn, this is what I would do. So people who are interested in optimizing their profile on LinkedIn will most likely pay attention to this lady. As you can see, I am not following her. But why am I seeing her content? We'll get there. So she gave simple steps. Gave a call to action. Do you need help? Send a DM. You have been struggling to attract clients ever since you're on LinkedIn or you're a beginner. Please check the comment section. I have an amazing offer for you. And that's what she did. So let's check the comment section and see what people are saying in the comment section. I realized most of the things much later in my journey, but I'm glad how far I've come. So amazing, straightforward. I did these things. So as you can see, people are dropping reasonable comments because it is something they can relate with. So you want to have this is another person I like. Her name is Vivian Claire. From LinkedIn, she got a job with First Bank as a social media manager. She didn't have to fight for it. because of our activity on LinkedIn. Okay, because you don't want to say 9 to 5 job is rubbish and then you throw away chances. You never can tell where your next miracle is coming from, your next big deal is coming from. So this lady got such deals with. She works with First Bank and she got it from LinkedIn, right? So that's it. About, as you can see, these ladies post good picture. These are the kind of picture you want to use on LinkedIn. It does not have to be a studio picture, and that takes me to, let me see, since we are now in the part of understanding the algorithm, the point is the algorithm favors dashing picture. Sometimes you don't have to make sense. If the picture makes sense, people will like it. I promise you. Cassandra Robinson, these are just courses, NGOs, blah, blah, blah. There's a reason I'm scrolling on the timeline, show you a couple of things. As you can see, this is a fine picture. You know, this picture is beautiful. From a LinkedIn observer to getting hosted at LinkedIn headquarters. These are the kind of things you see here. A few years ago, and she gave a long story. All right. And then, I mean, in 2,755 reactions, 187 comments, 15 shares. So you can see that these people really engaged with it. Now, am I following this lady? No. But why am I seeing it? Guys, it will amaze you how easy it is to be seen and heard on LinkedIn. But we'll get there. We'll get there. This is another nice picture. Picture. This is a girl that she's good. She recently got married and traveled to, I think, Paris with her husband. This obviously is a brand that they contacted her to advertise. That's something on LinkedIn. If you are big on LinkedIn, you will get brand endorsement deals for free, like mad. If you are looking for endorsement, that's set our influencer. This is the place you can be an influencer and look good doing it. It's not like those annoying influencers on Twitter. No, no personal offense with them anyway, Sha. You notice something with this post, guys. 11 hours ago, just 9 likes. Please don't make this mistake. LinkedIn is not the place to share plenty pictures like this. It usually does not fly. Okay? I usually recommend, instead of sharing plenty pictures like this, just share one picture that explains your message. It does not even have to explain your message. Just share a picture that sharp grabs attention. All right? Once in a while, some people bring the skit thing into LinkedIn. If you want to waste two skits, no problem. So you can see Douglas. This is the founder of Seller.co. He's in his 20s, early 20s. And I think we are connections on LinkedIn. Are we connections? Yes, we are connections. You know, we know people. So you could imagine this guy here is the Oga Patapata of Seller.co. He's a Nigerian and he lives in Lagos, Nigeria. Oh, I see. Or maybe he has not changed it. And he has just 3,000 followers. People will get the team, they know they make noise. So but it shows you how well that these guys are active on social media. You can see he reposted Seller.co. All right, that is why I'm seeing Seller, though I am not following Seller. Let me check one more picture. Like I said, please don't do this. This is Dr. Stephen Akintayo. If you know Dr. Stephen Akintayo is a big shot in real estate and all that. He is very active on LinkedIn. That's the truth. He shares Facebook Live. Why is he active on LinkedIn? Because his target audience on LinkedIn is into real estate and he's a coach. And people on LinkedIn are usually people who they are either interested in your offer or your coaching because they know LinkedIn is a place to follow who know road. Exactly. Guy, this is one of the people I love so much on LinkedIn. Her name is Aoma. Although someone is more like recommend. So as you can see, I am not following the person that posted this post, favor, but I am seeing this post. Why? Now, can I tell you guys something? This is another strategy to get visibility on LinkedIn. Follow a top person, maybe like this Aoma girl, right? Follow her, engage her content, drop meaningful comments in our comment section. Then one of these days, take a picture and post it and write something good about her, valuable that you like. If she comments on it or repost it, That is massive visibility for you. All right. So I've talked about this is just me helping you understand the LinkedIn algorithm, but I'm not done with this session yet because this is the part that gets my juices flowing. I talked about how that your post must make sense. I'll soon go back to my profile. I'm just showing you from people. Then I'll go to my profile and I have done it. Okay. So your post must make sense. One, have a picture, one picture, not two or three. Okay, two, three. Engage. You should have enough followers. You cannot have just one follower on LinkedIn and expect people to like your post. So let me use this session to explain followers. How do you get followers on LinkedIn? It is simple. Now let's go to our LinkedIn home. If you go to my network on LinkedIn, oh, okay, these people they sent me. Got her from Zion. I'm coming back to this lady. She sent me a personalized request, so I'll get back to her, but not now. Who is Zion? I bet not now, Jerry. We both the same one connect with me. Celebrate grace. All right, so that's exactly what I'm trying to teach you here. I don't want to follow your page. So if you come to my network, you would see a lot of people who are popular in your space. Okay, even Fela Durotoye is here. How come I'm not following Fela Durotoye? Okay, 11,000 followers. So let me connect. I know I had note. If you know accept, no accept, rest. All right, so that's an enlightened note. So you saw what I just did. I just connected with Fela. Okay. So what you want to do is to send connection requests, but please don't spam send connection requests. It's a long, see it as a long term thing. Don't see that I just want to do it and start making money. LinkedIn will ban you and deplatform you, and you do not want that. Okay, so you want to just come to my network and you will see a lot of recommendations from people. You don't even have to come here. Go to your home, because once you enter LinkedIn home, whether you're following anybody or not, LinkedIn would show you people. Now, this lady just clocked 67,000 followers, the 18-year-old girl I mentioned earlier, as you can see. All right, and this is the kind of picture she did. So when you are scrolling your timeline, you will see some people relate to their content, then send connection. So this is what I recommend. Your first 500 connections, let me use my profile to show you what I mean. Your first 500 connections is going to come from, most likely going to come from connections you send to people. Okay, connection is the same, is what they call friend request on Facebook. Okay, you know, Facebook, you send a friend request and the person would accept. So when you send a connection request on LinkedIn and the person accepts, he becomes your connection, not your friend. So that's why I said LinkedIn is like Facebook for professionals. Connection means, oh, so this is someone important that I'm trying to build a network with. That's what a connection request is. Okay, so your first 500, because if you have less than 500 connections, it would show. But if you have even 501 connections, LinkedIn will put it as 500 plus connections. The reason you are seeing my own like this is because I am using creator mode. Let me see if there is someone somewhere on this LinkedIn app that is not using creator mode yet. Please, this one that you are already writing compelling copy that sells. You are a creator. Victim mentality, you are a creator. Yetunde Oyeleye, content writer. Okay, let me see if this guy will put it. He put it. Okay, let me just check. I just want someone like a newbie. Okay, I think I've seen the person I would use. I don't follow this guy. But why am I seeing this post? Because of this person. So this is someone I know. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. And I know her from Twitter, but she's not so active here, but she's here. So you see this, she has 500 plus connections. So if you are new, this is what you want to have. Do not turn on creator mode. All right, I'll show you that later on my bio, but you want to have something like this. So if you have 500 plus connections, LinkedIn will put it like this. Whether you now have 1,000 connections, LinkedIn will not put it. So if you have less than 500 connections, you want to leave it for like this for now. Then your first 500 connections, use it to build. Just connect with people like that. Put drop valuable comments in people's comment section, and they would follow you. Let me show you something, guys. She currently has okay, did not show. Maybe on mobile it will show, but anyways, Sha, that's just about that. How to grow your first 500 connections. Like I said, send connection requests to people who you engage with, and maybe send a personalized connection request, and they would connect with you. Some people, it takes them days to see their connection request, but most people would likely connect with you if they are the people in your niche. You want to first of all start with connecting with people who are not too popular like that, people that are just at your level, right? People that are not so popular. The popular ones might not see it. So connect to people who are in your industry. Maybe you studied accounting, put the accounting and stuff. They will recommend more accountants to you. So connect with them. Connect with them so that it will be well with you. So connect with them and they would accept your connection request. So after you've gotten your first 500 connections, you can now start posting, right? You can now start posting. When you post, they would see it. Now, let me show you what I mean, guys. It's time to go back home. Let's go home. Let's go home to Image yourself. So I'm going to take you a little bit down memory lane with some of my posts that I did time as a beginner years ago. So let's go here. Good. Follow me, follow me. Guys, these were the days where I used to have a post. Let me check this post. This is a post I did 1 year ago. Only 5 people liked it. 2 people shared it. I'm pretty sure some of the people that liked it then, now, are people that just went to check my old post and like it. When I posted this thing, nothing. I had just 339 impressions. And this is another thing I want you guys to look out for. You know, a lot of people do not know how to measure growth on social media to know whether you are growing or not. They measure growth by who is commenting on their post. But this is, I call it the WhatsApp status marketing formula. Let me explain. If you, let me go to, okay, my WhatsApp, it will not show. But if you go to WhatsApp and post something, let's say a picture, you know, WhatsApp does not have like button and all that from your post, from your story, like Instagram. So when you share a post on WhatsApp, what are you looking out for? You are majorly looking out for the number of people that are viewing it. Most like, okay, 300 people viewed it, 1,000 people viewed my status, 80 people viewed my status. And the more people you have viewing your status, the better you feel like, oh, I am growing. The same thing with social media. If you are posting on a place like LinkedIn and you're a total beginner, don't look at likes or comment. Look at this thing here called impressions. Your impressions tell you, impressions literally mean 339 people saw your post. This 339 impression here, it is higher than some people's WhatsApp status views. Do you understand that? So you might not have a lot of likes, but the fact that 300 people saw your post, it means someone somewhere is taking note of what you are saying. Hope you are listening to me, guys. So my point is, watch out for impressions, not engagement or interactions. As a beginner, take note, all right? The engagement and interactions would later come, but as a complete beginner, you want to focus on your impressions. Impressions mean the people that saw your post. This is one of the posts I did then. This is also a year ago. As you can see, let me even show you to let you know that I did exactly what I'm telling you. I used a fine picture. This is a studio picture I went to take then. And I shared it. From 339 impressions, how many do I have here? 646 impressions. Am I growing or am I not growing? I am growing. I just had 17 likes. one comment, one share. Did I give up? No. I kept posting. Guys, take note of this word. The algorithm favors the consistent. Fortune favors the consistent. All right. The algorithm would always favor you if you stay consistent. That is why you want to, first of all, know your audience and know your message. Take note of those two words. Know your audience, know your message. What are you trying to tell your audience? Now, I cannot tell you this should be your message. It's your job to know your message. If you do not know your message, study, like I said, study your competition, know their message, then ask yourself, do some evaluation. You will know your message. Okay. It's not my job to tell you your message because it will not help you. That's just the truth. But you want to know what you want to tell. Now, maybe we should check this post I did 1 year ago. I say I made 1 million in 1 week. People will see stuff like this and run into affiliate marketing. And because they also heard it's quite simple to do. So they think simple means easy and run into it. Here's what most marketers will tell you. Affiliate marketing, crypto, okay, here's what most marketers would not tell you. So I started with a hook, which is the I made 1 million in 1 week. Then I started, talking, telling them what people would not tell them, right? So I was disqualifying some things, and then I said this here: nobody makes 1 million in 1 week. So this is like counterintuitive to the heading, right? And then I began to explain the processes involved. And then I said, if you are not ready to commit your time, effort, resources to do a business that can practically change your life, that is not for you. I am Ine Joseph. I teach you to profit. Take note, guys. I did not give a call to action because I am still new. Nobody knows me. So I can't be telling them, if you would like to learn how to grow your affiliate business, click the link below. No, I did not do it. I didn't do it. See, in your first level of marketing, normally for every pro marketer, they will tell you these are the 3 levels in a sales process or every sales funnel. Take note of this. The first level or the first stage or phase of marketing is called the awareness phase, the awareness stage. Awareness. The next stage is the consideration stage. And then the last stage is the conversion. So the awareness is where you are putting out content without necessarily giving a call to action to say, come and buy. Because you don't want to appear salesy or like, oh, you are saying this because you want to sell something to me. So you want to appear like someone who is someone who is giving value. Put value up front first without asking for anything in return. Just give value. Maybe you can just ask, maybe your call to action could be, if you learned anything, share with me in the comments. For example, how to invest time. I shared this and I said, I shared a good picture too. This is a year ago. And my impressions here was just 303, but I kept going. So if you want to understand the kind of content to put in your beginning stage, you can come down to this, my featured session, check this post, right? You would see a lot of the things I said. So it's not something to hide and maybe preach to you. They are here for you to see whole. So it's even better that way. You can check my old post. So I shared one that new week, new goals. I was just testing 11 likes, 2 comments, 4 likes, 8 comments. You can see that I'm growing. So I have fewer likes, but I have more comments. Then 4 likes. I kept going, 2 likes. You can imagine me, 15 likes, 3 likes, Jesus, 6 likes, 3 likes, 13 likes, right? 14 likes. I was growing. 3, 13, 14. As you can see, I'm growing. 4 likes, 12 likes, 3 likes, 24 likes. Oh, I don't blow. 11 likes, 10 likes, 42 likes. Oh, okay. Right? 9 likes, 52 likes, 22 likes, 164. And I was like, oh, more, I don't blow. Now, let me show you something about these guys. So I just did, this is something I did creatively then. It's a concept I did. I later stopped because other people were copying it. I don't know, maybe I should go back to it. But anyway, in the end, only one thing will count is not your bank alert, but how you live your earth, fulfilling purpose in Christ, seller. And this post, for some reason, got 3,500 plus impressions. And for the first time, people were commenting and saying, true, very true, truly. Nice one. So I realized that though LinkedIn is a platform for business-minded folks, they also like faith-based content. That is why content like I am not ashamed of the gospel, Jesus is Lord, it trends easily on LinkedIn, right? Maybe because some people are depressed and reaffirming that God is for them makes them feel better. I don't know, but I sure know that it trends on LinkedIn. Okay, so this got me 163 likes. This got me 25 likes. This got me 138 likes. So I noticed that this kind of content, this one, and this one, my audience likes it. When you, that's why I said you just have to be putting some things, know your message, consistently put it, check the one that your audience likes and double down on it. All right, double down on it. So I started doing more of it. As you can see, 129 likes. This was with me. What they did not really answer me. Okay, me and Coach Ken did not answer me. Me and Tioni, he made money. Nobody sent me papa. But this content again, 270 likes. So I figured out that my audience likes my message on faith. And guess what? I am your faith plug. Faith plug. Celebrate grace. So I started talking more on faith. LinkedIn made me realize that, oh, your faith is still people are not only business minded, they also want to learn about faith. So I started sharing faith-based content, right? And this was how I got 449 likes on this post and 8,000 impressions. I was growing. This guy Nduka commented on it and said strongly agree. Miriam, everybody were commenting. I was blowing small. Now if you check, you see that this is me just giving value without putting a call to action. Yeah. In the awareness phase, even if you are running awareness ads, it's not necessarily to gain leads, right? Your awareness is to make people know you exist and you can help them. Okay, so let me, so I doubled down on those things. I started having, then this is another type of content. When I shared my 1,000 followers celebration, this was the highest engagement I had at the time. And then I continued doing the same stuff. And good. Guys, this is why I told you on a way to gain engagement. So, you know, this Emmanuel Nduka guy that I told you guys about, I've been engaging with him. He has even started liking my posts and engaging with me. Okay, we are connections on LinkedIn. This is a year ago. Okay, so this post gave me 50,000 impressions. What did I do? Take note. So I said, I think this post is long overdue. If one single person inspired me and motivated me to even think I could start out on LinkedIn, it is the Elumelu boy, Emmanuel Nduka. Things I learned from him is consistency, always showing up, telling his story, sharing his win. I also learned that it doesn't have to be perfect to share. Just share it. I learned that the need to use personal pictures alongside your post, even if it means using the same picture the 100th time. These are true things I learned from this guy. The same things I'm teaching you right now, I learned them by studying this guy, right? Before this time, I thought LinkedIn was only about jobs and big wins, but learning from his work, I learned that it's actually about sharing your story and inspiring others. And also, this post won't be complete without commending the kind gesture of Tony Lumelu for making a young boy's wish come true. These little gestures shape our society in teaching us how to show kindness and give platforms to people to fulfill their dreams. To you, it might just be one boy, but to us, it means more. It taught us to dream and stay consistent. Through one act of kindness, you have engendered creativity in many, including myself. This picture is definitely the photo of the year, and there's no capping to it. I'm rooting for you, Emmanuel Nduka. P.S. If you're just starting out on LinkedIn or having a hard time settling here, I hope you find these tips helpful too. And guys, two things I did here. I tagged an influencer on LinkedIn. I said good things about him, said good things about the person that sponsored him, and then I gave tips on how to grow on LinkedIn. And this is the first time I had 1,834 likes on one post, 100 plus comments, 6 shares, and 50,000 impressions. Then I gave a call to action. This is where I started giving call to actions. So this is something I love. This is 11 months ago, as you can see. When you start posting and people have started engaging your content, you notice that your posts have started having engagement. You can now start giving call to action in the comment section. So as you can see, for inspiring content on faith and business, follow Ine Joseph, faith and work. So that I later found out that this is my thing. Faith, talking about faith and talking about business. Then I said I share best content on my WhatsApp status because of the test limit on LinkedIn. I would also like to connect with you on WhatsApp. Here it's my link. And so I shared a link so that people can connect with me on WhatsApp. So this was how I started growing my list. So they will come to my WhatsApp because they want to gain value. Remember, traffic follows value. People follow value. So when they started coming to my list, I started saving their number, they would save mine, and I was delivering value on my status and giving call to action on my status. So you get. So as you can see here, Emmanuel Lukat said thanks, and more people commented on it and they were happy. So the point is, if you, but for you, you do not have to start out with not putting call to action. You can put out this innocent call to action, which is follow me, right? It's okay to say follow me and connect with me on WhatsApp, right? This is so all your posts. Let's say you post on LinkedIn, you don't have to wait for somebody to like your post first. Like your post by yourself and drop your comments. These two comments, drop two comments. If you drop them on in your post, it will show that you have comments. So people that see your post will be like, oh, okay, one like, two comments. Let me check the comment. Sometimes some people, when they open the comment and see it is your own comment, they would pass. But some will just say, okay, since I'm here, let me just say, well done, I agree. And that is where the magic starts happening. Okay, so I think I've a lot to say here, but you can later come and study the kind of content I put. Later on, when I started having 1,000 likes, 9,000 views, right? This post gave me over 100,000 impressions. It means 100,000 people. Oh, sorry, 218,000 people saw me on LinkedIn. Guys, if they told me that LinkedIn would make me this popular, I wouldn't have believed it, right? When I recently in Accra, Ghana, I had people come to me and say, Coach, I've been wanting to see you. We met on LinkedIn. I said, hey, I don't know superstar. As you can see, I have 35 shares here. I have 2,000 likes, and I have almost 100,000 impressions on this post. As you can see again, I gave my call to action. Another one of those posts created from my WhatsApp status. Why aren't you connected with me on WhatsApp? I share loads of free information that will inspire you a lot. And if you're interested in learning courses that can give you financial freedom, freely feel free. Now be feeling free. Oh, Jesus is Lord. Feel free to, let me see if I can edit this now. Jesus, what does it count for anyway? It's old. Feel free to connect with me there too. So I shared my link to my WhatsApp. Some people started saying your link is not working. I said, fine, this is my number. Chat me up on WhatsApp. And then this post got a lot of. Now, I've talked to you about how to understand the algorithm and put relatable kind of content. So what are the kind of content you can share on LinkedIn? Number one, inspiring stories of grass to grace. Grass to grace stories. Let me see if I, so this is my story. This post was one of the posts that trended more than any of my posts. This post trended on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. This single post gave me 800 plus followers on Instagram alone. It was my story. I didn't know it would blow. Remember, in the morning sowed thy seed, in the evening do not withhold thy hand, for you don't know which will profit you, whether this or that. That's what I did with my content. I just kept showing up, doing the same things I'm teaching you right now. And I just one day said, I wrote this thing on my WhatsApp status. I saw people loved it, so I repurposed it on my WhatsApp status, and I brought it here. Guys, let me even come here. If you notice something about this post, you can see that for every line of thought, I am putting space. Don't jam pack your writing. It is called formatting. Right? Format your text to be easily readable. Okay, someone will read a text like this than a jam pack text like this as a post. Okay, so if you take note of all my posts, I do it a lot. Okay, put a line of thought, double space, come down like that. So format your text so that it can be readable. People like to read stories on LinkedIn. All right, so if you are a content creator, you are a good writer, your people are on LinkedIn, they are waiting for you to start writing. Okay, people love texts that are relatable like that. Okay, so when I shared this post, people started commenting, well done, thank you Ned Joseph for sharing. As I read your story, it's as though you were talking to me. You see, relatable what content. Your life is cheap because you think investing in savings, that's deep. So study my content and you will see the kind of stuff. But the kind of posts you want to post are, number one, motivational, inspiring posts, grass to grace. Oh, I was jobless, now I this. Oh, life was bad, now I this. Oh, my mother could not take me to school, now this, right? There are a lot of content like that that you can share on LinkedIn. So grass to great stories. And also, guys, if you have never shared anything on LinkedIn before, this is for you. Now, LinkedIn likes first post or intro post, just like on Twitter, people do it. They will say stuff like, "I am new here. Show me around. Would you be my friend?" Yeah, some people do it on Twitter. On LinkedIn too, if you have first post, like, "Is my first post here?" I don't know if I can search for, if it can be searched. I don't know. Like Twitter, where you can share first post. Okay, no. Let me see. Okay, it's not here, but the point is, there's what we call first post. It works on LinkedIn. It's simply by posting something and saying, "It is my first post here. I would like to introduce myself." So it can be like an intro post. Make sure your first post has a dashing, beautiful iPhone 13 Pro Max kind of camera, or Samsung S22 Ultra kind of, clean picture. Make it your first post and write a story about yourself. Write your fears. Just be vulnerable, right? Oh, I didn't think I could fit in the group. A lot of people are it, but I have a dream that one day it go better for me, and I'm just hoping to connect with like-minded folks, this and that. Please, if I don't know, please, if you are new here, please show me love, show me around. I would like to connect with you, connect with me, and I will definitely follow back. Something like that, right? Just post like that, and people would engage you, right? So, class to great stories work. Um, um, First time post work, value post work, story posts work, inspiring kind of content, they work here. And then let us study Okoye Chinelo, which takes me to the next kind of post that you can be posting on LinkedIn. This lady, I love her so much because in 1 month, this lady got 14,000 followers on LinkedIn, like made. So I want you to see our kind of post just by judging from the headlines. It all started when people began making purchases from the website, but money never got to our account. My attention was immediately called to this. You can see this, right? The story looks like danger. How many engagement? 700 and something. So next, I have been nominated for Young Entrepreneurs. If you have testimonials like, I just hit a milestone. On LinkedIn, these are the kind of posts that people like to see. Let me go home and what can I do now? I'll come back to Okoye. Let me use my creator post. I am excited to announce that. You see this hook? It choke. It has a way of catching LinkedIn people because these are the kind of posts they see here. They know that posts that start like this always start with, "Oh, I just achieved this. I just achieved this." Then maybe a little story to motivate people. So posts like this that starts with this word, "I am excited to announce that," or "I am so excited to announce that." Something, just check around. There are a lot of them on LinkedIn, right? "I'm excited to announce that. I'm so delighted to announce to you that with joy in my heart, I announced," stuff like that. It trends on LinkedIn, so you can also use it. Okay, you can also use it. Let me take you back to this lady to show you our content. In case you are a niche-based kind of person, she's a branding expert, so this is the kind of content she shares, which are relatable to our audience. All right, so she shared a post on something bad that happened, and our attention was called to it, which we just saw. Let me show you others. Nominated. So I've been nominated. Posts like this go fast. You can see 3,000 comments, 600 and something, 3,000, like 600 and something comments, 12 shares. If you check now, okay, let's check this post. Let me show you what I mean. I've been nominated by this. I've been on vacation. My favorite part, during the vacation, it made me cry. You see, these are emotional triggers that people use. Be vulnerable, right? I'll be in Lagos, wherever. I'll be making a brand review soon. I'm introducing something really dope on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Now she's using this thing. Look at what she's doing here. With this post, Kindly click the link in my comment section to join my Instagram community. This is a call to action. She is trying to repurpose the audience, cross-pollinate the audience from LinkedIn to Instagram. So she's, after putting a relatable post that people will definitely engage with, she puts a call to action. I'm introducing something dope to Instagram this week, and I really love you all to be a part of my Instagram community. Instagram community, and I say, go and follow me. But let God be God, sha. Right? I love her a lot. So now, no one talks about how difficult it is. Some persons are very powerful with their keyboards, even phone calls, blah 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 blah. She shares this content. If you have never gotten a job offer here on LinkedIn, this is the reason why you may never get one. So she understands the assignment when it comes to content. Okay, as you can see, 1,000 likes. Our posts are always trending. Like, she's good. Now, as you can see, she's a photographer, she's a brand expert, and if you check her pictures, no dulling, like no dulling. She uses clear, sharp, bright, captivating pictures that you just, if you don't like the post, you go like the pictures. So it's a win-win. So as you can see, 2,000 likes, right? I'm one of the people that liked it. And as you can see, how I lost a job to a lesser qualified candidate. Relatable. I am me, three of me. Another one, celebrating 5 million plus total post impressions. You know what that means? Total post impressions, 5 million. We'll get there in Jesus' name. I collapsed as a result of stress. This happened 5 months ago, right? So, guys, you want to study more, check our content, and like I said, model, see what she's doing. So the secret of all of I'm trying to show you guys with all this so that I can move to the next session of this class is that whatever you want to achieve, find someone already doing it, study what they are doing, and model it. Not copy, model. Okay? Model. Model, not copy. To model simply means to adjust to suit your style or your audience or whatever, right? So I've talked about the kind of content to share on LinkedIn, and I hope you find this helpful so far. All right. Now, I want to talk about one hack in the algorithm that amazes me the most. This, in fact, this is one hack I took advantage of that made LinkedIn beautiful for me. So I'm going to check something. As you can see, I want to show you guys something. Ogo Gladys Amarachi. As you can see, I'm following this person. That's why I'm seeing her post. Okay, I'm following this person. They know that's why I'm seeing his post. I want to show you something. Let's just go. Okay, go. Good. I am not following Covenant Williams expert freelance. Oh, wow. Heading over the manager, reach this lady turn. She turned out to her full name. It is well. I am not following her, but why am I seeing her post? As you can see, follow. It means me and this girl, we have no business. Why am I seeing her post? Because this guy, who I am following, his name is Prosperity Olufemi, liked her post. That's another big deal on LinkedIn. So I do not know Covenant, but I know Prosperity. So let me show you how many followers Prosperity has. Prosperity has 24,000 followers. Okay? Stay with me, guys. This is a part I've been delaying to come. More like me saving my best for last. Okay, that post don't come out. Let me use another one for you. Oh, there are a lot of them on your timeline like that. Someone I'm not following. Okay, no, this one's shared. Okay, this is Lakshmi Divan. I'm not following her, but Nikita Unkese, someone I follow, supports this. Okay, on LinkedIn, let me explain what that means. On LinkedIn, you have different type of reactions. You have like, you have celebrate, you have support, you have laugh, you have, just like Facebook, you have insightful, you have curious. So anything you give, for example, if I like this lady's post, let me explain. Now I have liked her post. Okay, this lady has how many followers? Let's check. 30,000 followers. All right. But because Ina Joseph liked our content, let me show you what will happen. Let's go to my home and see. I'll show you something. I have 32,500 followers. Let me show you what happened because I liked her content. So you see, this is Ines activity. So all my 32,500 followers are going to see that I liked this lady's post. As you can see, this is my activity and it is saying Ine Joseph likes this. So if you come here now, you see I liked this lady's picture. The people in my community will see it. I liked this lady's picture. The people, so if you are following me, you will start seeing these people's posts on your profile, on your timeline. So what does that mean for you? Imagine you post something and a big person, because remember I said follow those top guys, engage them, connect with them. When you start doing that, when people that have more followers than you engage your content, their followers automatically sees your content. So it's like free ad. It's like free influencing. I don't know how to. It's like, for example, on Twitter, maybe you give a four-eyed Edo boy, or you give one influencer on Twitter to say, okay, bros, I beg, help me post my content on your timeline. On LinkedIn, you don't need that. All you just need is that influencer should like your content or comment on your post. Anything they do on your post, these other people will see it, their followers will see your content. So if I want Aoma's audience, now Aoma has 30,000 followers or so. Where is our content again? Aoma War Group. Right? If I want this lady to 34,000 audience to see me, all I just need is for her to like my content. So let me show you our activity and see. As you can see, she likes someone's content. These are the people she has liked their content so far. Right? Likes or comment anything at all. So this brings me to something I want to explain to you. If you check where you see that for every person I am seeing, there is second, there is first, there is again, there is second, there is first. So on LinkedIn, you have three levels of connections. Number one is your first connection, which is Aoma. Aoma is someone I am directly connected to. But I am not connected to Eluana, Sam, or Sobore. So why am I seeing her post? Because Aoma liked it. Now, this second you are seeing here, it means this Eluana girl is connected to Aoma first. So okay, let me explain. There is first connection, there is second connection, there is third connection. First connection is the person you are connected to one-on-one directly. Second connection is the direct connection of your first connection. Third connection is the direct connection of your second connection. So it's like MLM, multi-level, right? The first level are your direct downlines. The second level is the downline of your downline. The third level is the downline of your downline of your downline. Do you understand that? So this second here means that this lady is connected to Aoma. So Aoma is first because we are both connected, right? I know Aoma. Why this this lady is connected to my friend. So it's more like now my sister, brother, that kind of thing. So the person will know your person. Okay. So that's why, because the platform is built to grow networking and connections. So they connect you to not just the people you are connected to, but the people connected to them and the people connected to the people connected to them. So that's the first, the second, and the third level of connections. So let me check this lady's timeline, for example. Since we are not connections, I want to check our activity and see the people's content she likes. You see that they are all saying second, second, second. First, this one is Aoma now, right? Second. So there is first, second, and third. It literally means that these are people connected to people you know. Okay, so what does that mean for you? So when you post a content, even if one person likes that content, like for example, now I follow this guy, but I am not seeing his post because he is supposed to be on my timeline. I'm seeing his post because Joshua King liked his post. So let me summarize this: that on LinkedIn, any engagement or interaction with your post is shown to the audience of the people that interacted with your content, like as though they shared your content, as though they retweeted your content. Is that bad that if you go to their timeline, you will see the post? So that is the good part about LinkedIn. It's that the algorithm is so broad, the organic reach is massive. Just by liking a content, commenting on a content, or sharing a content, every other person in their network are going to see your content. That is why I said LinkedIn is the one platform that is easier, or even the easiest platform to easily get seen and heard as a beginner, especially as a beginner. It's the easiest platform to get seen and heard. That is why to date, if I want to get organic leads, I know the button to press, LinkedIn and Twitter, and I will get DMs. If I want 100 people in my list, or 1,000 people in my list from organic traffic, I know exactly what to say on LinkedIn and Twitter to get those numbers in my list. This is what I've done for the past 18 months in business, and I get a lot of these things done. All right, this is Emmanuel Akwe, as you can see. So I think I've explained the connection thing. Okay, so let me summarize. I think I've come to the close of this class tonight, but then I would like to summarize on how all this helps you, okay, so that you can remember. Okay, so we talked about knowing your audience, we talked about knowing your message, we talked about optimizing your profile, we talked about studying your competition, and then we talked about the kind of content to post so that you will get engagement. We talked about consistency, all right? And when we talked about the kind of content, I talked about motivational content, story content. All those motivational story, emotional content, they get a lot of engagement on this app. Okay. So for example, let me show you my highlights. Oh, thank God. I almost forgot this. Now, this is a feature that would help you get visibility quicker than usual. Okay. So in the next 5-10 minutes, I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on how to get visibility. Visibility means get noticed. So you come on LinkedIn, you have sent connection requests to people, they have accepted, you have 10 followers or 10 connections or 100 connections plus, or you even have more or less, depending, it does not matter. Next thing you need to do as a beginner, you want to focus on engaging, giving. See, it's a community. You can't say you want people to notice you, you want people to like your content, follow you, but you are not doing the same. You are not engaging people's posts, you are not liking people's posts, because there's what we call the law of reciprocity. Give and you shall receive. My point is, if you want people to comment on your post, comment on people's own. If you want people to like your post, like people's posts. Give what you want to achieve. So when you start commenting valuable content, comments, reasonable content, like, oh, I learned this and all that. So let me show you what happens. I mistakenly pressed the back button. So let me show you what happens. So this is one of my recent posts. I already know the kind of people I saw. I use this. Are you tired of looking for jobs? Do this instead. The moment I dropped this thread, I knew it was going to trend on LinkedIn, because of course I have content that trend, but I knew this one would trend. By trend, I mean get 1,000 plus likes, because it's target, like it's a boost high content. It relates to the kind of people on LinkedIn, people who are tired of looking for jobs. So when let's say you have a content like this, so I gave them my normal call to action, which I already taught you how to comment and drop a link for people to reach you. So I had people saying, mention me, oh, you have helped me. You couldn't have said it better. You can see the way to go. The problem I face is to monetize those skills without having to look for a job. Something like contract work in there, Joseph. And then I responded, you can't go wrong with digital skills. You can see people commenting, reasonable comment, not just I agree, well done, thank you, great post. No, they are commenting reasonable post. Now, when this is what you want to be doing, engaging brands. So let's say I am a newcomer. In fact, let me not use my profile. Let me get somebody to explain this final part to you guys. All right, so good. This is Prosperity Olufemi, right? I come here. I come to his post. I like the post. I come to the comment section. Good. Now this is the comment. I've read. You read the post, of course. So read the post so that you can know exactly what to comment. If it is something related to what you want to say, right? So I'm going to comment and say this is amazing. This that, and I post. So you see these people that commented now. Normally, I would not have known them, but because 694 people are engaging this, 100 people are talking about it, it means this post is trending. And the good thing about LinkedIn is that a post can trend literally for one whole week. Because anytime somebody likes it, anytime somebody comments on it, LinkedIn algorithm brings the post back up. So it literally means like for every like and comment is equal to a retweet on Twitter. Let me use that word. So imagine 100 people retweeting your content. Imagine 600 and something people retweeting your content. That's how LinkedIn is. For every comment, for every like, it is equal to a retweet on Twitter. Someone is going to discover your content afresh. So when they come and they see you, that is, you are the one that commented, they see you and your picture could be fine, your header could be fine, or your content could be, they are going to check your profile, see you, and possibly click the follow button. So the point is, go to people's comment section, drop reasonable content, which of course we should know already. It's the same thing on other social media platforms. Drop reasonable content for a chance to get noticed. And if you consistently engage some people, and you consistently post, one day they would like your content or even comment. And if they like or comment on your content, you just need one or two or three people to do that. And that's good enough. Other people will notice. So sometimes what I do personally is, if I'm trying to support some people's ministry, I notice, this person, not to get content, I would like it for them. And I would sometimes comment, because I know that by doing that, I am taking their content to 32,500 people who are following me to see their content. All right. So, point is, comment well. People will like you. When they like your content, you will get noticed. You will get noticed. All right. Another thing is, you can tag a superstar person for a chance to get noticed. Most likely, if you tag someone and say something nice about them, Shasha, even if they don't comment, they will like. Sometimes they could even repost if the thing suits them well. And if they do that, it's a chance for you to get noticed. Okay. And so I've talked about that. What else? What's the last thing? Good. The next thing you want to do is how to now, when you are the goal of all those is to drive people to your profile. When they come to your profile, you see this thing here called featured. This is another chance. It's a chance you have to get noticed. So how do you put a post as featured? I'm going to demonstrate that with these posts. This is a post I shared on Twitter as well, on Instagram, and it got good engagement. All right, 25,000 people saw it, and people commented on it, as you can see. So if you know you have a good post that you want people to see, or you won't have a pitch that you want our people should know this is who you are. Maybe you did a post and said, I am this, I am that, an intro post. Just come here, click feature on top of profile, and that's it. You can remove it, fine, but we're trying to feature. When you click this, now go to your profile. As you can see, that this is the post I just featured now, right? So it is here. So this is another chance to show your audience what you are about. So as you can see, these are posts that have a lot of engagements. And because some people, they might not know how to come to this place and check all your posts, and because if they come to activity, they are going to see this thing. But any typical newbie or beginner or someone that does not have time, this is equal to on Twitter. This is your pinned post. Right? On Twitter, this is your pinned post. On Instagram, this is your pinned post. On where again? Where do they also use this? On Instagram, this is not just your pinned post. This is also your highlight. Okay, so this feature. This is where you put both pinned post and highlights. By featuring them on your status, on your timeline like this, people would come and notice it. And this is another good chance to say, I like this guy, I follow this guy. And for example, this content that I featured, you cannot go through this content and not click the link to my DM. Let me show you. So check this post, guys. See, for every post you post that is trending, please, even if you did not put call to action before, edit it and put call to action. So this is a call to action here. Following Ned Joseph, right? I help people achieve similar results for themselves too. Click the link in my bio or check the comment section. So when they come to the comment section, they are going to see this. Now, the good thing about LinkedIn is if you comment on your post, it will stay in your post like a pinned comment on Instagram, pinned comment. But you don't have to pin it. It's automatically pinned for you. Okay? So as you can see, I have followed my page, Energies and Coaching. To contact me personally, here's my link. All right? Good. So if you feature a post like this, it means even if it's 2 years later, somebody comes and see your post, they read it and like it, they are most likely going to click the call to action. Are you tired of looking for jobs? Do this instead. So let me show you what I did here too. As you can see, I formatted my text to look nice. I tagged some people I helped. Look at the call to action I gave. Now, you might ask, why don't I put the call to action on my post? Well, it is gathered that if you put a link in your post, the algorithm kills it, especially Facebook. I don't know about LinkedIn, but to be on the safer side, it's better you put the link in the comment section, because then the algorithm will not kill it. It will push it. But if you put a link in your post, most of the time, the algorithm will not allow it to go far. Some people might not even share it because they just have disguised bad belly for you, right? Some people are not really happy for you to succeed. So, but if you put it in the comment section, right, and they come and say, in a world where so many so-called opportunities are scams, and one person that can help you, right? Reach me here. Click this link below. Now, this comment has 8 likes, 4 replies. Most people will not even reply. Some will not even like, they'll just click the link. The fact that I have 8 likes and 4 replies, it means I got nothing less than 20 to 50 people that opened this link. So as you can see, the only people that commented were, hi, I'm unable to go through the link, same web page. This one is saying how. So I started giving them my phone number so that they can reach me. All right. So you can see that the second post on my featured is well engaged and has a call to action. All my featured posts are posts that end with call to actions. Okay, a call to actions is you saying, click this link, do this, right? Please, if you want to have results, create a post that is well engaged, put a call to action. Call to action is saying, do this or do that. It's that simple. All right. Now, the reason I also put this post on my featured is because they have a lot of engagement. The reason for this is to create the bandwagon effect, which is that if you are walking around the road and you see a lot of people gather in one place, checking, waiting they happen. Curiosity will make you say, waiting they happen too. The same thing on social media. When you see posts that are well engaged, people are liking it, people are talking about it. Common sense will tell you, what's going on here? This one that people are liking it. Let me see what's happening there. And that's how curiosity will make you open my comment section, see my link, and click it. So as you can see here, you can see that this thing is smartly done. I am not spamming LinkedIn to say, oh yeah, this is my affiliate link, affiliate marketing. And if you even check where, you will notice that I'm not even preaching about affiliate marketing like that. I'm giving helpful information and positioning myself as someone that can help them. You see that? So value before you recommend. All right, so let me check my profile to see if there's anything I'm missing out. So guys, that's it tonight. So tonight we've been able to establish how to optimize your profile on LinkedIn and how to create content with reach your audience on LinkedIn and use a link, a call to action to bring them to your DM. Okay, so if I show you this is the DM session. If you check the DM, you would notice that I have a lot of messages that till now I've not been able to read some, but this was somebody that nobody sent the papa before, but all of a sudden now my DM is full. So this is something that works. Some people might not be able to reach your link. They will come to your DM and ask questions, introduce themselves. They will say they like to. And so lastly, let me show you notification session and how you could also use it. This is Dipo. Dipo is popular here, right? Ogweni Dipo. I used to like this guy until 2022 elections. Maybe after the election, I will like him again. Justin Welsh and all that. So this is where you can um, check activities, engagement, people that liked your content, people that mentioned you, people that commented on your post. And thank you, Jesus. This is the last thing I want to say in this session. Now, guys, on LinkedIn, this is another way to check. If you start having a lot of comments, just come here and click most recent. This is what I do. I click most recent and load all the comments. All right. Now, what I usually recommend, rule number one, reply all your comments, especially as a beginner. Rule number two, don't reply all your comments at once. I use a formula for sharing. Okay. Now, the formula is this. If maybe you have 10 comments, you want to break it into maybe 5 or maybe 3. So the first 3, reply them within maybe 8 to 9 a.m., for example. In the afternoon, leave them, just reply those 3 and get out. By replying those 3, remember, for every like and reply you do on your post, it's like you are retweeting your post again. That's the best part. For example, let me explain what I mean. If I like this comment now, like I have liked and I comment, it will show on my timeline as Joseph liked this comment. Joseph replied. It's so beautiful. Right? So for every like and comment, it shows on your timeline. It's like retweeting. You know, on Twitter, you can retweet your own post so people will see it. For every like and comment you give in your own comment section, it's like retweeting your content again. So like I said, don't reply all of them at once. That's why, as you can see here, if you check where you see that from down here, I've replied these guys. But from this, I celebrate grace, go. I have not replied. What is the time? Let me see. This is 10 o'clock. Another thing you should know, guys, most of the time, people are active on social media between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. No, 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. In the afternoon, maybe lunch breaks between 12 to 1, midday, or 11, thereabout, people might come online. Then in the evening, you want to check between 4 to 6 p.m., then 7:30 to around 9 to 10 p.m. So this is 10 p.m. I can reply this guy now because I know someone somewhere is going to be awake. And right, so I've replied this guy now. Remember, you want to have relatable, be someone that people can relate with on social media. Not I celebrate grace, you will not reply them. Reply them. Oh, I love your shoe, my brother. God gets power. Right? Now, the reason I do this is I may not know this person in person, but because of the way I responded to him, see, he's going to build a connection with me. Like, this guy is humble. This guy is this. Because sometimes people are happy with you on social media and they want to connect with you by just celebrating you. But the way you reply them can show that, can make them feel like you are proud. Like I said, people are angry on social media, so you want to help their career. All right. So I have replied 2 people now. Okay, I still have more comments. Okay, so let me reply one more person. Let me give this guy support. Thank you, boss. Check the kind of language I'm using for these guys. This is just how I do my thing, child. It's not compulsory, but I like to make people feel special because a lot of people are battling with depression, battling with inferiority complex. And when they see someone like you who is somewhere they would like to be, succeeding in business and all that, it's going to make them feel like, this guy is doing it, man. So if they reach out to you at all, maybe they like you or something, please make them feel like they are king. Oh, boss, chairman, bros, or sir. Just give them a comment that shows that, number one, you are humble, and number two, they are special. You never can tell what it will do for them. Trust me, this is how I've been able to build my network on LinkedIn to a point where people like to engage my content because they know my reply to them it makes them feel better. Some people will be like, "Oh wow, you replied me, thank you. Oh, Joseph liked my content. I don't blow." So I do not consider myself to be anything because I'm still growing. In fact, even if I don't grow, I will not still consider myself. But there are people who revere me, and so my engagement with them makes them feel better. So what do I do? Engagement now free now. They're not the hold down. Will not be palliative. I will give it freely. Freely have I received. Okay. So engage your audience. So by okay now let me even take you guys there, right? So like I said, this is a make I show you road kind of class. So let me show you what I just did now so that you understand what I'm talking about. Show all activity. This is how you can track what you are doing on your timeline. Let me refresh. Are you seeing this, guys? Ine Joseph replied to Oyeniji Raphael's Okpeyemi comment. This just posted now. So people on my so you I don't have to post something new, but if you are following me on LinkedIn, you are going to see, LinkedIn is going to show you this. Are you seeing? Ine Joseph replied. The second person replied. So this is like I retweeted my post one, I retweeted my post two, I retweeted my post three. Are you seeing it? I retweeted my post four. So I told you guys that for those people I liked their post and commented, three people, Abi, that means I literally retweeted my post 6 times. So for the like and the reply, LinkedIn is going to retweet it to my audience or share it to my audience 6 times. So look at it. Replied one, two, three, four, five. Okay, 5 times. Why five now? It's supposed to be six. Anyways, 5 times. Maybe I forgot to like somebody's post. Replied, liked, as you can see, replied. So that's it, guys. So if that's why I call this is another way to hack the algorithm to favor you. When you have a lot of comments, don't no rule number one, reply all of them as much as you as many as you can. Rule number two, don't reply them at once. Share it. Now I just replied these three. This is the only three I'm replying this night. This is 10 p.m. Now let me show you something, guys. This my post. You see it is 262 posts, 62 likes. Come by tomorrow, I will have more likes, I will have more impressions because of what I just did now. Okay, I will have more likes. Maybe you can check my post tomorrow. You will notice that my likes have increased. This is how you can make a post on trend on LinkedIn for as long as you want by delaying the likes. Okay, and delaying the likes and the comments on in your comment section. Now another hack also is I think someone Chuka, is that you?
No, no, I'm there to. I thought you're rounding up. I'm there to like correct something because
Okay,
I'm getting a lot right now as you speaking.
you want to say something? I'm done actually, Shao. I'm done. Just rounding up
Okay,
some.
all right, just finish up. All right.
So guys, that's all for now. Thank you for having me, Chuka. And I hope in these 2 hours or so, I've been able to teach us a couple of stuff on how to grow on LinkedIn. If you do these things, you not get how you must grow on LinkedIn. Just ensure you use quality content, quality pictures, whatever you are doing, emphasize on quality because of the caliber of people on this platform, because of the caliber of people you are trying to reach. They say now, person will use antelope set trap. You know what you want try catch. All right. So thank you for having me, Chuka. I'm signing out now.
Thank you so much, Joseph. Really, really appreciate you taking our time to do this. And thank you to everybody who made our time to also join us. It's been very pleasant hanging out with all of you. And personally, with a lot of things that Ine has shared tonight, my LinkedIn game is going to like 10x in the next, 4 to 8 weeks. I can assure you. So in the meantime, when you watch this, well, most of you who are not here right now, just go on Twitter, use the hashtag 7firm and leave a review. Let me know what you learned from this particular module. And next module, we're going to be talking about Facebook ads. All right. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.